that was the hardest thing for us. I think figuring out who was actually going to buy this strange product that didn't really fit in with any other categories at the time. So I think on our initial pitch deck, in order to try and impress investors, I think we put down anyone who has a picture frame or a TV, I think, was our market at the time. We then, in order to make the product, I think we thought it would be more reasonable to target sort of early adopters, people who enjoy technology, the sort of people who buy 3D printer kits and build it themselves, the sort of people that like to code and make their own programs. And so I think that's where we tried to aim at the beginning.
But is it for kind of, I know that at some point there's always a competitor that comes into the frame, and in your case there was another drawing robot, that I think captured the people who make the drawing machines, and you had to kind of focus on people who won't actually make Joto, they will just buy it. And
yeah, I think we were discussing about having it as Joto being like a kit that you put together and it being more educational, but I think we've tried to pitch it as more of an aspirational product, something that sits on your wall at home that you can communicate with other people through. It's less of a device or a tool or a small piece of technology, and more of a way to experience artwork or message people.
So it's a media product.
Yeah, we sort of pitched it more as a platform now, I think. And so artists see it as a different medium, a way of showcasing their artwork with the element of time added into it. You can see the whole process of how they create their artwork or draw it. So.
Yeah. And the last point of the Kickstarter was about colors.
Yeah, in order to keep pushing and try and get more sales, we added sort of stretch goals. So we did at the first one actually. We're trying to steer away from it, but it was allowing people to put their own pen onto Joto, so your own pen and paper, which is what we were trying to steer away from at the beginning, because that's what all the other sort of drawing devices do. It's about making a postcard, and we were trying to get away from that. We saw Joto more as an alternative to the screen.
So I guess understanding the sector, understanding the audience or the consumers, understanding the sector is kind of where the biggest shifts are going to be in the future. Where are you thinking that Joto will become a kind of, what's next? What's the kind of next move that you are, what's in front of you now in terms of the next big step?
In terms of the development of Joto, or the...
well, I guess you have to deliver 2,000 units.
Yeah, I think that is the main thing at the moment. There's alongside the actual development of the product, there's still various bits to do. I think the biggest hurdle is the software at the moment for us.
I guess I was leading to this whole community that's building around it, and there is a kind of, maybe we can finish on that, a kind of comment from you to the community that is going to use or is using. Maybe if you have something directly to that, in the sense that you also have the 365 Days of Art, which is a cultural program that is running on your medium. Yeah. You have factory visits or edited pathways, and you have a bigger message that is going across beyond the product. What is it that you are kind of, how would you like to kind of communicate with your community in terms of
I think
what's the message that you're...
We want it to be as open and accessible as possible. So I think Joto, we didn't want it to be this closed device that you can't play around with. I think we wanted basically everyone to be able to use it. So the reason we did 365 Days of Art is we actually got a surprising amount of orders from people who have no experience with technology or coding, software, 3D printing, anything, CNC devices. So we wanted anyone to be able to download something, at the very least, draw a new piece of artwork on their wall every day.